And today's thought of the day, I'm sure relatable to each one of us and to help us see within. Just imagine you're watching someone weave a carpet, one of those beautiful handmade ones from Kashmir. And from where you are standing, all you see is chaos, meaning tangled threads, knots on the underside, colors that don't seem to match. It looks kind of messy. Maybe even like mistakes are being made. But the weaver sees the entire design. They know exactly where every thread belongs, which knots are necessary, which mistakes are actually part of the masterpiece. And now, what if I told you that your life, with all its delays, detours, disappointments, and the wrong turns, is being woven exactly the same way? And today we are talking about something that might completely shift how you see your struggles, trusting the universe's plan. And let's get one thing straight first. Trusting the universe doesn't mean you become passive or stop trying. It doesn't mean you sit on your couch eating chips and saying, oh, the universe will handle it. It means this: you do your absolute best and then you release the outcome. Think about it. How much of your anxiety comes from trying to control things you actually can't control? Whether someone texts you back, whether you get the job, whether the relationship works out, whether your results will be good enough. You lie awake at night, running through scenarios, trying to force outcomes, gripping so tightly that your knuckles turn white. And here's the irony: control creates anxiety, and trust creates miracles. So when you trust the universe's plan, you're not giving up, you are giving over. Isn't it beautiful? You're saying, I planted the seeds, watered them, and now I trust the garden to grow in its own time. And that's a metaphor I love. The universe is a master weaver. Every delay, detour, and difficulty is part of the pattern. So, from your angle, it looks like things are falling apart. But from the universe's angle, everything is falling in place. So, let me tell you about Ria. She's a 22-year-old from Kolkata. She had her entire life mapped out: graduate, get into a specific MBA program, land a corporate job, climb the ladder. She was brilliant, hardworking, disciplined. She did everything right. And then she didn't get into the MBA program. She was devastated. She felt like a failure. She thought the universe was punishing her, that she missed chance, that her life was over before it even started. But here's what she didn't see: the rejection was actually a redirection. During her gap year, while applying again, she started freelancing in content writing just to make some money. And something unexpected happened. She loved it. She was good at it. She felt creative, free, purposeful in a way that corporate Excel sheets never made her feel. And 2 years later, Ria runs her own content agency. She works with clients she loves, travels when she wants, she wakes up excited. And that MBA rejection, she now calls it the best thing that never happened to me. So, detours are not punishments, they are divine redirections. Or let's talk about Aditya, 17-year-old from Hyderabad. He didn't make the school football team. He was crushed. Football was his identity, his dream, his escape. But because he had all this extra time, his friend dragged him to a photography club meeting. And turns out Aditya had an eye on it. So today, his Instagram has 50,000 followers. He's shot two weddings and he's considering a career in visual storytelling. So, would he have discovered this if he made the football team? Probably not. Sometimes the universe closes one door because it's about to open a better one. But we are so busy banging on the closed door, crying over it, that we don't even notice the new one opening behind us. So here's the truth that will set you free. What's meant for you cannot miss you. I know it sounds like something your grandmother would say while serving you chai, but stay with me. Think about a time you didn't get something you desperately wanted. Maybe it was a college seat, maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was a job, a friendship, an opportunity. At the time, it felt like the end of the world, right? You thought this was the one. I'll never get another chance like this. But then life moved on, and eventually something else came along. Something that fit you better, something that made you think, oh, thanks God, that the other thing didn't work out. And I'll give you my own example. Years ago, I was chasing someone, let's call him the one who got away. I was convinced he was my soulmate. But when it didn't work out, I was heartbroken for months. I kept asking the universe, why not him? And years later, I made more friends who were more aligned with me. And I thought, okay, this is good. The universe doesn't take things away to hurt you, it clears space for what's truly yours. Even in my college days, I had planned to do an MBA from abroad, but I couldn't make out. I couldn't go for different reasons. And today, see, it was a redirection that I'm helping so many people go and achieve their dreams. And maybe that is my forte. So this applies to everything. That friend who drifted away, maybe they weren't meant for this chapter. The job you lost, maybe it was making you miserable and you were too scared to leave. The plan that fell apart. Maybe it was leading you to somewhere small and the universe has something bigger in mind. So stop seeing losses as failures and start seeing them as clearings. You know, what changes when you start trusting the universe plan? You become unstoppable. Not because you are fearless, still fear, but because you are no longer paralyzed by it. So when you trust, you take risks. You apply for that stretch job even if you're not qualified. You have that difficult conversation. You start that creative project without knowing how it will turn out. You put yourself out there because you know if it's meant for me, it'll happen. And if it doesn't happen, something better is coming. That's faith in the unseen. And it makes you bold in a way control never could. A student who trusts the universe studies hard but doesn't spiral into panic the night before the exam. An entrepreneur who trusts the universe pitches the idea even if they're scared of rejection. A parent who trusts the universe lets their child make mistakes, knowing those lessons are part of their path. So, trust doesn't make you reckless, it makes you resilient. And here's something powerful. When you look back at your life, you can always see the pattern. That breakup that led you to focus on yourself, which led you to the career you love. That failure that humbled you, which made you kinder, which deepened your relationships. That delay that frustrated you, which kept you from being in the wrong place at the wrong time. From up close, it looked like chaos, but from a distance, it's a masterpiece. The universe isn't random, it's not careless, it's not out to get you, it's conspiring for you, not against you. So even when you can't see it, even when it hurts, even when it makes no sense, it's still there, helping you, making ways for you, clearing the path for you. So here's what I want to leave you with. What if every closed door, every no, every delay was actually the universe protecting you, redirecting you, or preparing you for something greater? You must have heard many people saying, Bhagwan jo karega अच्छा करेगा. It's kind of the universe. So you're trusting the process. So tonight, before you sleep, I want you to do this powerful reflection exercise. I might call it the universe's plan reflection. So take out your journal or a piece of paper. Think back to one time something didn't go as planned. A rejection, a breakup, a missed opportunity, a failure. And now write the answer to this question. How did that delay or detour actually serve me? Maybe it gave you time. Maybe it taught you something crucial. Maybe it led you to a person, place, or opportunity you wouldn't have found otherwise. Write it out and really see the pattern. Because when you start to see how the universe has always been working in your favor, even in the hard times, you stop fearing the future and start trusting the process. And remember, you're not behind, you're not lost, you're not forgotten. Universe never forgets you. You're exactly where you need to be, being woven into a pattern more beautiful than you can currently see. So I would say, trust the weaver, trust the timing, trust the plan. So with that thought, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you.